welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews. Welcome back to Starscream Week. So, today, a little bit of a double feature actually, but we're going to be taking a look at Energon Starscream as well as Energon Starscream. I'm not joking there. But yes, first we're going to go ahead and look at this guy. However, all transformation will be done on the other guy. But this is your default mode for Energon Starscream, and this is a really, really cool figure, I have to say. We'll go ahead and get his big, ridiculous weapons out of the way first here. He's got this really neat-looking blaster, actually. Way, way too big, but really cool looking. It is all just the same clear plastic, but the texturing on these little tubes makes them stand out and feel different, which is really neat, actually. There's a Minicon port there, and then just a normal port here. And I guess you got the Minicon port on both sides, but yeah, there's a couple different places to peg that in. Then on the other side here, we've got just a big sword. It's got a peg here on this side, and then a peg down here on the other side. It's got a little handhold right there, so you can do some different things with it. Just a touch of silver paint here on the blade. Then the best thing you can do with these, I'm just going to put this out now. There's a porthole back here. Go ahead, and if you put them the right way, you can put them together into what I think stands as one of the largest accessories for a deluxe class figure. I could be wrong, but I don't know of any deluxe class Transformers that have a bigger weapon than this. It is hysterical, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But getting this out of the way, we'll go ahead, take a look at Starscream here. And one of the cool things about this guy is he's got this whole motif of being sort of a Energon ghost. So you'll notice on this side in particular, he's got battle damage, but it's not like the new battle damage where they just, oh, we put a Silva dry brush on it, and that means it's battle damage. No, this is a unique paint app done. There's unique sculpting going on for it. Like, they actually put some work into it, which is really cool. There is also a molded cockpit in there, which is, again, really cool. I love little touches like that. I think mine's a little dirty, but such is kind of the problem of these, 20-year-old figures that you get second, third, and I think I have at least one figure that I have confirmed I got it fifth hand. Like, I'm that far down the totem pole of owning it. But really, really great. All kinds of, panel lining done in silver. Something they really need to do more often on figures. He's got the little Energon, insignia going on where you can plug a crystal over it if you want to. Fairly clean underneath even. Little foldable landing gear all over it. I love the back landing gear where they fold into these completely flat panels. That is a nice touch. Little bit more just incidental battle damage molded in down there. Pretty clean overall. So, really cool. But like I said, looking at both versions here, so we're going to get to this one. And yeah, this is literally meant to be Energon Starscream fallen in a vat of Super Energon, which makes him look like G1 Starscream apparently, and gets him the hysterical title of Energon Starscream. So, yes, as you can see, absolutely G1'd out. But funny enough, he still has all of the battle damage molding. It's not picked out in paint, but it's all still molded there, so he still looks like he's been beating the crap up. This version does have an opaque cockpit, so you can't see the little chairs molded in there, but still looks really, really good. You got your little crystal there. Clean underside with the molded damage. The landing gear on this one is the same color as the legs, so you don't get that little visible spot, which just helps clean it up a little bit more. Yeah, again, really cool. And cool enough on his weapons, they both have they're molded in gray, but then have a silver airbrush on them, which looks really, really nice, actually. I love that airbrush look. And again, you can go ahead and make the overcompensator for reasons. This weapon is just hysterical. It's way too big to be even slightly reasonable, but I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, gonna get on to transformation here. This guy's transformation is actually a bit more complicated than you would expect. I'm not gonna say it's actually complicated, but there's more to him than you would expect. So you're gonna come to the bottom here, unpeg the legs. They've got these little pegs right here going up right there. Just unpeg those, bring this whole panel down, get his hips in place, then rotate right there. And for the single worst step of the transformation, you're going to have to work his arms down through his back here. And yeah, for one, mine is just incredibly tight there, so he doesn't like to do that. But even if it's not being super tight on you, especially the first one, that clearance is not really there. But you'll go ahead, you'll do that. Then you'll take the whole back section here, and it actually pivots on these little blue pins you can kind of see back there behind his arms. So you'll take all of that and just fold it down like this. Then these two tabs will peg in right there. Lock everything in place. Adjust his arms how you want them. And there you go. Oh, never mind. He still has legs to transform. Duh. Go ahead, take this piece. Rotate it up. Rotate the leg forward. Open the feet. So, go ahead. Now you're done, I swear. But there you've got your Energon Starscream in his robot mode. And it's a really, really neat little deluxe class figure, I've got to say. He is a bit awkward because he's got kind of really high shoulder placement, but I don't care. I love this guy. So really quick here, let me go ahead, get the other version transformed and brought in. Alright, and here they both are for you to check out side by side, see how they compare in terms of color, apps and stuff. Quite a few similarities actually, which is neat. It does really help this guy feel like a powered up version of this guy. But yeah, a lot of similarities, a lot of differences. Here you can see he definitely has a bit more of a asymmetrical design with the green on this arm and, you know, again, the extra paint apps for the damage done. This arm in particular is the reason that I did not want to transform this guy while, you know, reaching out at arm's length around the camera. I am always fearful of clear plastic like that. But really, really neat look in both modes, or both versions, I guess. And yes, again, you've got unused battle damage here, which is funny. Another difference, actually, to mention super fast, this guy, they put in a solid black piece of plastic in his head, but the original actually does have some green light piping there. So if I can remember where I have a flashlight. I know I'm just doing so well at being prepared for these videos lately. But yeah, if you can get it in there, right? he's got some pretty decent light piping. It's very directions dependent, I guess you'd say. So you do have to get the light coming from right behind him. He's not like, for some reason, Cyclonus figures where the light works from any direction. Here you do have to get it from behind, but he's got that. That's cool. We're putting Mr. Clear Plastic away again so we can go over posability on this guy. The head does rotate, just on a basic swivel there. The shoulders can rotate a little bit. They are pretty hindered by just all the other stuff around there. But shoulders move out. No rotate. Oh, never mind. When he's straight down, there's a rotation there. It's another of those figures. And then you do have a very malformed elbow joint there. It looks just weird as heck, basically any direction but straight. But you do get that full range of motion, which is really, really neat. You also can, as you see, move this fin kind of however you want it. I like to leave it just straight out in this mode. The hips are a ball joint, so you get a bit of rotation, forward, back, and only out that far. You've got a rotation there at the knee. There is a knee joint here. It's very stiff, doesn't quite go 90 degrees. And you've got, fold the feet down if you want to, or need that for stability or for whatever reason. Also, yes, you can take either the normal weapon ports or, the barrel of the blaster here. Have him wield the Insaninator, which, shockingly, his feet are big enough. He can stand with this thing just out. So that alone is actually really impressive. Though the best is that you can put this, up on his shoulder, which is always my preferred way to display this guy. Just put this stupid, oversized thing on his back and just have him standing there yeah, what about it? So already, all this stuff is really great. But then, this is an Energon figure, and like so many others, he has an attack mode, which I'm sure you're screaming at me about because there's very obvious missiles sticking out of his back this whole time. So, yes, we're finally going to get to that. The main way you use it is you just rotate the wings forward like this. Then you can bring these up all the way around to point the missiles forward. And then you've got little launch buttons down the bottom here. So if I can get the button correctly. There we go. They do fire actually pretty well. That's a lot of force going out of these little things. So that's really neat. So you've got, plenty of options with how you want to angle these wings for display. And yeah, overall, he's a weird figure. I'm not doing the best at finding words for him, I know, but he is a lot of fun. If you want to track this guy down, I would very much recommend trying to find Energon Starscream, just because, clear plastic, lots of clear plastic, these whole, super attack mode sections on him are made of the clear plastic. You actually have no idea how nervous I am doing this. He's held up over the years, but don't risk it. This figure's not terribly expensive nowadays, but they see, at least in my experience, either version goes for about the same price. So probably better off getting the one where they removed the clear plastic and did the nice little airbrush on the weapon. So, but either way, you can't go wrong. Still a fun, weird but fun figure, and I've got to recommend him. So, thank you guys for watching and listening to me ramble and trip over my own words. and I will see you next time for the finale of Starscream Week, which, believe me, it's gonna be big.